you? Are you happy?
I'm very happy. I'm doing something travel related actually,
Cool.
digitally and physically. By physical, I mean, you'll see. Follow me at Zher for more updates on Instagram.
That's right. Follow her right now. If you're not, then follow her now. Okay, so far I've observed Zher on, observed Zher.
AKA you've been stalking me lah.
Okay,
you can say it, Emma.
You can say it.
We've been friends for a bit. It's okay.
Yeah, fun fact, I've actually worked with Zher before. Like, tiny bit, but maybe she forget me.
Please lah. Now you're like a big girl now. Last time you're like a school kid.
Yeah, a big girl with all the food and stuff, right? So it seems that she never fails to always look fabulous in her OOTD shots,
Ooh.
So we want to know, how do you achieve your OOTD shots so flawlessly? You can only take like limited items with you. So tell us, what are your top 5 must-have while traveling?
While traveling? Wait, so are you asking me about my OOTDs or how I OOTD when I travel?
Yes.
Well, if possible, I think the first secret of getting a good OOTD, a solid one, is of course having the best Instagram husband in the world.
Who would that be?
Which I have.
Aww.
Mr. Ion Ray!
Big shout out!
Shout out! What's up? He'll kill me if I didn't credit him, of course. But secondly, it's actually interesting that you brought up the selfie thing because I discovered when traveling alone in Japan that there's no one to take these awesome moments of me, right? So that's when I first discovered self-timed OOTDs. So what I do is, I like this backdrop. I would place my phone somewhere, and that's also where I learned that your phone can lean on anything.
Cool.
It can lean on some branches on a tree, it can lean on a rock, it can lean anywhere, right? So you first place your phone and then you set like a 10-second thing, you dash across to wherever your backdrop is, and then bam, done. Yeah.
Cool. Do you know though that there is a phone cover that you can like stick on walls?
Yeah, now I do. And also at that time, I should have brought a small tripod lah, but
yeah, but kind of like very mafan and lazy, it's like too much work. You have to set up the thing, and you like literally you don't have time to do all those things because like that moment is gone means it's gone.
There's enough rubbish in my bag as well.
Yeah.
It's very heavy. So
okay, what rubbish is there in your bag?
Oh my god, like just my wallet and like 1,000 flyers and like there's always like a half-eaten sandwich or something.
What?
Mineral water, of course, because I think it's very important to stay hydrated wherever you are. So yeah, those things alone are enough to overcrowd and overbulge my bag.
And you forgot coffee because you like coffee, right?
Yeah, but I can't exactly shove it in my bag. Otherwise, it'll be a whole different disaster.
Alright, any more other tips that you have?
About traveling alone?
Maybe, yeah, traveling alone, you can talk about that because you're an expert. When you went to Tokyo, right? So how was that? Was that scary or how was it for you?
Well, I've taken solo trips before. My first one was over 2 weeks to Europe. So I went to London, Amsterdam, Paris, and I remember a moment being at the Eiffel Tower. Of course, you're in Paris, you have to go to the Eiffel Tower. And I remember a very poignant moment when I was trying to take a photo of myself, basically selfie with the Eiffel Tower. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so sad.
Yeah.
This is the most romantic city in the whole wide world, and here I am trying to get a freaking selfie by myself with the Eiffel Tower. That was fun. But then I also made friends with a French dude a few years before that at Perhentian.
Cool.
Yeah, so before I went, I hit him up and he actually brought me around and that was really, really cool.
Ooh, so bonjour.
Yeah, bonsoir.
Alright, when we come back, more juicy travel tips with Zher, so don't go anywhere.
And then in between, you go and, have your sushi and your Japanese food, and then you go back to a hot spring.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh my god, you see, that's why Japan is so awesome, and that's why I keep on thinking about going back. The second place I really, really want to go to right now is Berlin.
Ooh.
Because it's like the new creative capital of the world.
EDM.
EDM, like music?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not into EDM, but I'm into like the architecture, the culture, they have the creativity and the vibe of New York, but they have the civility and like, the convenience and like the modernity of Germany. So it's everything in one, and like the youth scene there is going, the party scene there is going, like I would really love to be in Berlin right now.
Oh, I've never been to those places, and I'm a sushi queen, and that's disappointing.
That should be your next holiday.
I know. I gotta save up and talk more on BESTINATION so I can get more money.
Get those clicks up, girl.
Exactly. And what surprising lessons have you learned along the way while you travel?
Well, I think I've learned that like I am enough. You know, because I think a lot of people are scared when they want to travel alone, and when I ask them why are you scared, they're like, oh, anything can happen to me, nobody will know.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to trust yourself and trust the journey and trust that you won't put yourself in stupid situations. You know, if you're at you know, like not so safe country, you don't want to be wearing like booty shorts and a crop top and going to, you know, like quiet parts of town. But if you're in Tokyo, it's fine. So really, it's just to be sensitive towards those things and trust yourself to make good judgment calls. And secondly, you're more independent than you think. Like when I went to Tokyo, I had culture shock. It's same with Paris. You know, English is not exactly spoken or available there. That's when I learned what sortie means in French. It means exit. Right? I'm like, what is this? Is it sorbet? But yeah, and the same thing in Tokyo, right? Like, how do I even buy a Shinkansen train ticket? Like, where do I go for the best coffee? So in the end, of course, the first 2 days was a bit culture shock. I don't know what to do. I'm like timid. I don't want to venture far, you know. But by the third day, I got my maps going on, I've got my guides, you know, and I got myself from A to B with the train and then walked from there to like, you know, a neighborhood local coffee place. No problem. And then when you do that, you're like, oh my god, I can take care of myself. No
Achievement.
Problem. Yeah, exactly. And I think you unlock a part of yourself that you will never unlock unless you do that at least once in your life. I mean, you don't even need to go like completely alone, right? You can go and with the anticipation of like, oh, maybe I can make a friend there, or maybe I can, you know, ask people to introduce me to their friends if you're scared. So yeah.
Hashtag deep.
Hashtag go to Japan, Emma.
Alright, and lastly, what is the best advice you've ever received, and what advice would you give to, you know, scary cats like, you know, me? Or
are you a scaredy cat?
Quite lah. I'm quite scared to travel alone lah, because, you know,
Why?
Because it's, what if I don't have enough money, or what if I don't know how to speak that language, or...
That's everything that I've been talking about, Emma. Like, you don't need to learn the language. You don't have to worry about not having money because you are keeping tabs. You have a card, you know. Yeah, exactly. Worst come to worst, you have like BFFs back here who are ready to help you. And, you know, as long as you plan everything and beforehand, before going, and you anticipate what's going to happen. Like, I've been at a shop before and I want to buy like, you know, something. And my card couldn't go through. Of course, I don't have enough cash, but I really want it, right? I have gone on my phone to pay my credit card bill there and then just to buy it. There's so many ways around like issues. So Emma, I implore you, go,
Zher.
Travel alone at least once before you know, find that person in your life, and then no such thing as solo travel.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zher, for all your insights and all your special stuff. We've come to an end of today's special edition of BESTINATION with the one and only Zher. Thank you so much again for sharing your valuable thoughts, your memorable traveling experiences. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode. So follow Zher on Instagram at ZherPeanut and check out my YouTube videos also at www.youtube.com/EMMAPHOON. See ya!
In Japan!